We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
And Plainfield, New Jersey really respects you for putting some respect on my hometown's name. But you know what? We're going to have a big-time matchup this evening as the guys are getting ready to battle down on the court.
Let's do it. They're ready to go, and so are we. The Hawks control the tap. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Now a steal by Atlanta.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Gets to the basket and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Chance for Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Alex Len with a piece. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Nothing going here on that drive. To Schroeder. And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
And count the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. They've got it back. Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Adams To Schroeder. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Wide open look, won't go.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
Thunder with the basketball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And the basket good at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, Oklahoma City.
Not that time. And he finishes at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Schroeder. Here comes the screen. To Schroeder. And draws the foul.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
I like that. Here we go. I got ball. I'm here. I got ball.
And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Dennis Schroeder, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good.
For the Thunder, number 3, Nerlens Noel.
So he hits the first, misses the second.
Match up. I got ball. I got double.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Bamutek. To Schroeder. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Schroeder, his first effort off the mark.
Let's go. Pick him up. I got this foul. Let's go.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
unable to connect on the free throw. Oklahoma City ball. Schroeder. And he'll head to the line.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
Team foul number 3, Atlanta.
Andre Robertson's got 2 shots coming for his career 46%. First try at the line, no good. Missed the second, 0 for 2. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Stuffs it down with authority.
The assist from number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
And counted at the rim.
4-2.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Hawks with a nice advantage. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as
Substitutions, Oklahoma City. Substitutions, Atlanta.
Dwayne Wade to Paul. Down for Robertson. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Hawks with the basketball.
Pick up, match up.
It goes down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Count the basket at the rim.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Wade against the Ukrainian Len. Knocked loose. Here comes the screen. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Finish that. Another follow. No good. Count the basket inside.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Ah, rocking the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Videos, interviews, and features. That and more, including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
down for Robertson. Big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Robertson, guarded by Alex Len. To Paul. Beyond the arc for three. And Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Nice finish at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Trae Young. He gets it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
Right. 1 second, I'm gone.
Ooh, Chris Paul. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Here's CP3. Knocks it down from mid-range. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Hawks have built a comfortable lead. And no matter what was tried by the opposition, they just couldn't be slowed down. This could turn into more of a blowout before we know it. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Steals.
The Oklahoma City Thunder seem to be giving the ball away in this matchup like they're working for a charity. Too many times, they've given up steals, and the results have been terrible. The lack of ball control was apparent in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
To Adams. Great look and vision. And scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
To Adams. John Collins, huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Thunder with the basketball to Wade. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. Wade to Paul. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Lays it up and in.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Paul to Wade. Dwayne Wade. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Can't miss those. To Paul. Alex Len, able to recover with the block. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Oklahoma City.
Dwayne Wade. To Schroeder. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Wade. Dennis Schroeder. Wide open look, won't go. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Misses the first. Oh, he missed them both.
I got him.
For three, that's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Damian Jones rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC. Their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Dwayne Wade trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Oh, he can't connect. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. It stays with Oklahoma City. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Count the bucket for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
OKC ball. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Has a look. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth on the way. The Hawks already pulling away. Hawks with the basketball to
Into the game for Oklahoma City, number 40, Dwayne Wade. Entering the game for the Atlanta Hawks.
knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. To Allen Crabbe. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Here's Schroeder with it. His guys down big.
Cutter, get a tag. There you go. Watch him. I got you here, right here, right here.
Nice pass to get things going.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Wade shot no good.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
To Schroeder. Bamute to Schroeder. Damian Jones snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Schroeder to Wade. Terrific vision. Rebound comes to Atlanta. Tough make through traffic.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. Goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
Great hustle. That's what you like to see.
I got ball. I got ball.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Easy path to the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Steven Adams sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
The Hawks are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks won this matchup with a significant margin. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.